What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Taville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Evander, the real deal, Holyfield. And Evander Holyfield didn't hesitate when asked who wins with a prime Mike versus George Foreman, okay? And cruiserweight and heavyweight legend Evander Holyfield conquered boxing giants like Mike Tyson and George Foreman. And this is what he had to say. He said, Big George then challenged Holyfield. Okay. All right. That's not helping me. In a recent interview, Holyfield shared his belief that Tyson would have emerged victorious against Foreman had they ever clashed in the ring. Although a fight between them was briefly considered in the late 80s, after Foreman's return from retirement, it never materialized. Foreman, aiming to reclaim the heavyweight title, moved on from the matchup when Tyson was unexpectedly knocked out by Buster Douglas. Big George then challenged Holyfield, who beat Douglas for the belts in 1991, but fell short, eventually securing the IBF and WBA titles against Michael Moore in 1994 to become the division's oldest ever champion. Tyson, who recently returned to the ring to face Jake Paul, says Foreman is the one man he regrets not fighting. Very few fans would be backing the fight to go the distance, with Foreman studying shots and solid chin against Tyson's blistering hooks and angles. Okay, and let me counterpunch. First off, this title itself, Evander Holyfield, states a prime Mike versus George Foreman, not a prime George Foreman. So that's a different George Foreman. And I think, George was bigger, bald, belly, you know what I mean? But I think he was, I don't know if he could have taken those shots from Tyson, but, I think, he took and he had a good chin for an old man like that. He was crazy durable. And I don't even know, I honestly don't know if he was that durable when he was younger. I think he somehow created durability as he got older. If you guys can remember, guys like Muhammad Ali knocked him out, and guys like that took it to him, which he destroyed a lot of them with his chopping, thudding shots, but he got put down quite a few times, okay, in his career earlier versus I don't even remember him going down when he came back to boxing. I could be wrong. Someone tell me below in the comment section, but I don't believe that George Foreman ever went down when he was older. I think, his whole idea of standing up in between rounds gave him stronger. I think he knew more, so he did more. I don't know. But I think overall that was a different George Foreman. Now, fighting a prime Mike Tyson would be pain because I see George getting hit a lot. And I'm kind of glad that fight didn't happen, honestly, because Tyson was an absolute monster. A prime Mike. That's crazy. This guy could, pivot, duck, dodge, get up under you, rip shots to your body and your head, then step around and hit you with another 4 or 5 punch combinations. That's if you are not on the ground by then. That's crazy. So Holyfield thinks that Tyson, a prime Tyson, would win. But let me ask you guys another question while we're talking about that. Who wins with an old Tyson and an old Foreman? I would say George Foreman. George Foreman in the 90s, okay, versus an older Tyson. I think George would probably get him. It would be a good fight still because Tyson was still mean, but I think George would have prevailed in a nasty, murky fight. I think he would have done his thing. But you guys tell me what you think of this fantasy matchup between a prime Mike Tyson versus a George Foreman of the 90s, I'm supposedly thinking. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch.